Taraji P. Henson made under 2% of Brad Pitt's in the Benjamin Button movie, of her salary in that. So she's publicizing her new memoir called Around the Way Girl, and she talks about her film, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, in which she was the third billed star alongside Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett, each of whom received millions of dollars for their role in the movie, where she was promised somewhere in the mid six figures for her role as Queenie, who is the adoptive mother of Benjamin Button. But indeed, the producers lowballed her and actually offered her something in the lowest of the six figures range. Of this, she says, quote, "There was one other thing. I'd have to agree to pay my own location fees while filming in New Orleans, meaning 3 months of hotel expenses would be coming directly out of my pocket. Insult, meet injury." Now, she had been working in Hollywood for over a decade at this time, so this was really insult to injury. She says, quote, "There are way more talented Black actresses than there are intelligent, meaningful roles for them, and we're consistently charged with diving for the crumbs of the scraps lest we starve." She goes on to say, and then we'll get into a little bit more of the discussion here, "This is exactly how a studio can get away with paying the person whose name is third on the call sheet of a big budget film less than 2% what it's paying the person whose name is listed first. I knew the stakes, no matter how talented, no matter how many accolades my prior work had received. If I pushed for more money, I'd be replaced, and no one would so much as blink." She now gets paid six figures per episode on the hit show Empire, and of this, she credits Tyler Perry because he was the one that actually raised her quote in the movie I Can Do Bad All by Myself. And just so that everyone is aware, she was actually nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Benjamin Button. So this is a really sort of convoluted story, a lot going on here. How did you react when you heard this, Brad?
What I can say is how I reacted. I Can Do Bad All by Myself is actually a pretty good movie. If you heard Tyler Perry and were like, oh, stupid Medea, whatever, it's actually, she was amazing, and she was really good, and I Can Do Bad All by Myself, and she's a really good actress. But when I hear that, like, you made 2% of what Brad Pitt made, I go, yeah, of course you did. That's Brad Pitt. Cate Blanchett had been, Elizabeth. Like, yeah, I get it. The argument, the logic I have trouble with is I'd been working in Hollywood for over a decade and I'm still not making a lot of money. Like, yeah, that's Hollywood. Like, I've been working in Hollywood for over a decade and I'm not making that kind of money.
Well, you're Taraji P. Henson.
I mean, I agree. I absolutely agree. But saying that I've been working in Hollywood for 10 years is not a good argument.
What about you, Michael? Do you agree?
Even not knowing very much about her, the plight is real. So you know that there are fewer parts for Black actresses. You know that she got lowballed by. The thing that I find most outrageous, honestly, is that they made her pay to stay where she was. They're shooting a movie in New Orleans and they hired her to be an actress. How did that happen, right? I mean,
where's the union?
People are going to this movie, or not, but people are going to this movie to see Brad Pitt. He brings in the millions and he gets paid more because of that. Taraji P. Henson is bringing in some people and she's getting paid very well for it, but not as much.
That movie was shit.
In your opinion, you think this is a fair treatment?
I don't know. It's unfair for me to say it. What I totally agree with Brett. I feel like I don't find it appalling that she's getting 2% of what Brad Pitt is making. I think that should not be the headline of the story, though. The headline of the story is that it's really hard for Black actresses, and it took someone like Tyler Perry, who's a Black director and producer, to pay a Black actress at what they should be making and give and create parts for Black actresses that don't exist. So I think to that end, her story and her plight are very real. That she made a lot less than Brad Pitt. Of course she made a lot less than Brad Pitt. People went to that movie to see Brad Pitt, right? And it wasn't very good.
Yeah, no, I worked at a talent agency for 2 years, and the lowest of six figures in a movie at that kind of role, even if it's third billing, like, there are a lot of clients of all colors and genders who are at that weird level. They need something big to happen, and it's unfortunate that there's way more opportunities for like white actors and to get that role, like that Cookie role. Like, how would she ever imagine that the role of Cookie would ever come about? And ask anyone
she got a
anything
nomination.
Ask anyone anything about Empire. It was like, this was a case of like us really believing in this project and everyone telling us we're crap. It had to go to Fox, which, it goes, Fox is the one that stops airing original programming at 10 p.m. as opposed to the other ones that go to 11. Fox is that next tier. I mean, my job at the agency was to call for the ratings, and Fox was always a step, for the most part, lower than the other networks until American Idol. Isn't that on Fox? But yeah, so it's tough.
Here she made six figures, nothing to sneeze at. She got a nomination, which propelled her career, right? I'm sure there's more to her story that makes her right, but I'm not arguing with it. I'm just saying I'm not outraged at the percentage of Brad Pitt.
There's so much, I guess where I'm coming from, and I hear myself saying this and I sound so defeated by the industry, but like...
Well, think about what it's like hearing you say it.
Yeah, because it's terrible. But it's tough. It's very difficult. Like the contract you sign when you audition for a show like Empire is like a 5 to 10 year contract to be on the show before you audition for it. So there are people who, a lot of Hollywood screen actors, like movie actors, who are doubling back around to take even more roles away from you as someone who's auditioning, like Taraji P. Henson, who's been in some movies, but like big name actors, especially at the time Empire was coming out, who are coming back to be on television. And so those offer only high number roles just disappear. So that screws you. And it isn't until you have a hit on your hands and then like 2 years later that you're able to renegotiate into that big money when they start approaching syndication, year 5.
Yeah, I think for me, what stuck out, and it sounds sort of similar to you, Michael, is the lack of opportunity for women of color in Hollywood or in television.
Or on this panel.
Or on this panel. And another thing that stuck out to me was the inequality of her treatment when she was on the movie, because you know for a fact that Cate Blanchett's every need and desire was taken care of, and the fact that she is the third star in that movie, and she's a memorable character. Again, she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and that she had to figure out her own hotel expenses and everything. That is absolutely outrageous and inappropriate, and it just wouldn't have happened to Cate Blanchett or Brad Pitt, and that is the unequal treatment is what really is bothering me and doesn't sit with me. And then again, back to the lack of opportunity. And it's been a chronic, almost sort of, I want to say sort of disease in Hollywood that women of color, people of color are so underrepresented on television screens. And we're making strides. We absolutely are. And Empire is a great example for that. But just think, when did this movie come out? When did Benjamin Button come out? It wasn't that long ago. And
2008.
Yeah, there you go. Is that right?
Yes.
You're right? Okay.
How do you know that?
2008, and it's still, even then, 2008 wasn't so long ago, and we're still, we still haven't come as far as I would like for us to.
Here's what it would be. They spent way more money on transforming Brad Pitt into a shriveled raisin baby than they did on Taraji P. Henson, a real person.
The whole 2-hour podcast of the Young Turks,
You're gonna get it
if you become a member. TYTnetwork.com/join.